What's up, everybody? In this video, I'm going to talk about why I think you should collect more than Funko Pops. More than likely, if you're watching this video, you are a Funko Pop collector because that's the main focus on my channel, and I haven't changed that. I still mainly collect Funko Pops, but I've never, basically shunned other collectibles. I feel like that doesn't quite make sense to me. As a collector, I'm going to collect whatever I think looks cool, and it's been that way for me, early on. I picked up my first Funko Pop towards the end of 2015, and then I went to a GameStop after that. I got 2 more Pops, and then I had a huge haul where I went to Hot Topic, FYE, a couple other stores. And then from there, I really started not just focusing on Pops. I started to pick up other collectibles as well, just because, why not? If something looks cool, roll with it. That's the way that I view things. So, I do want to be very clear that this video is not about what collectibles are better than other collectibles. I'm a collector, again, like I said, so I'm going to collect whatever I think looks cool, whether it be a Funko Pop or a Marvel Legend or a statue, whatever it is. I don't believe in limiting myself. So my attitude is that, it's about and, not or. A lot of people have this or attitude. Oh, either you collect Funko Pops or you collect Marvel Legends or you collect, whatever it may be. I just don't have that mentality. Like I said, I believe it's about variety, and you don't have to limit yourself. It's just like when it comes to gaming, there are some people that limit themselves when it comes to gaming. Like they're only loyal to PlayStation, or they're only loyal to Nintendo, or they're only loyal to Xbox. And it's like, the companies don't even ask you to do that. If you're a gamer, play whatever games are cool, regardless of what system they're on. And if you're a collector, collect whatever you want to. It's like with Marvel and DC, some people still try to pit them against each other, and it's like, no, you can enjoy both. So really, that is my attitude when it comes to collecting. I don't feel the need to limit myself. I don't see any sense in limiting myself. If it's cool, I'm gonna roll with it. And I'm gonna go ahead and get into some of them, the main reasons here why I feel that you should collect more than Funko Pops. My main motivator really with going beyond Funko Pops is I didn't want to end up with just a wall of Pops. Personally, I think that's kind of boring. I don't want my home looking like an FYE where it's just a wall of Pops, or a Hot Topic, whatever it may be. I don't want just that wall of Funko Pops. And I am, for the most part, an in-box collector. I do feel that people that have their Pops, out of box, or they have a mixture, that does make it more interesting. But I still like to go beyond that and really have a mixture of, all types of figures and at different scales as well. And I know that some people really don't enjoy that. They don't like having figures of a different scale. That bugs some people, and I can understand that. But for me personally, again, I just like that. I think it's visually dynamic. It's very interesting to the eye. It's just more appealing when it comes down to it. So again, I really like to see displays that are very unique. And I of course check out social media a lot, and I see a lot of people with their collections, and sometimes people even tag me in a photo to check out. And, some collections look very cool. And then some, like I said, it's just basically stacks of boxes. And that just doesn't do much for me personally. So again, I think by collecting different types of figures and, again, different scales, if you're okay with that, I think it just looks more interesting. Collecting beyond Funko Pops also allows you to get a greater variety of artist interpretations for your favorite characters. And, for example, with Batman, he gets plenty of love from Funko. I mean, if you just collected Batman Funko Pops, you have plenty of variety there. This year alone, Funko has done some really awesome things with Batman. I definitely give them credit for that. But I like that other companies seem to have more flexibility with what they do as far as the designs for characters that are popular. With Funko, it seems like they tend to be tied to certain TV shows or certain movies that characters are featured in. They don't get to play so much with the designs of really popular characters as other companies seem to get to do. And I like that. I like to see things that are unexpected with characters that I'm a fan of. So I think that's, again, something that makes it visually interesting in the collection. And also, sometimes you get kind of burnt out on collecting certain characters, especially if you only collect Funko Pop. So, having these different styles for that character and these different looks for the character, I like it. Again, that's something that really keeps me interested and keeps me going with collecting. Up to this point, I've mainly been referencing popular characters, but I definitely want to take the time to address unique characters and original character designs. That's something I definitely appreciate as well. Like, for example, with Funko, they have their spastic plastic or fantastic plastic line. I really like those designs. I've become a big fan of fantastic plastic, or again, spastic plastic, as some of them still say. But yeah, with other companies as well, they have their, unique designs, their original characters, which are really cool as well. Again, there's a lot of variety out there that I think people should check out. And also when you do that, you really are supporting artists beyond just the Funko artists. And I like to spread love around to these different artists. There are some artists, with smaller companies that I think deserve some love, and also independent artists as well. You can go and check out Etsy and see different things that people are putting together. Instagram, there's artists out there doing things independently, because it can be tough to break into these companies. And then also there are some people that would rather not be chained down at a company, so again, spread the love to these different artists by picking up different types of collectibles. And like I said, you can check out some of these unique characters as well, and maybe even become a big fan, a big follower of certain characters. Now, of course, here you see that there is one character that's not exactly original, but for this company, Super Plastic, I definitely had to point out that they do have this gorillas related figure here, because that's something that we don't really see with Funko. We haven't seen gorillas yet with them. Maybe it could happen, and I will talk some more about that a little bit later on, some things that Funko does not cover. I kind of alluded to this earlier, and I've actually done a video in the past talking about collecting Burnout. It's a real thing, and people that have been collecting for a long time, I know that they have definitely experienced at times where they just feel like, they're kind of torn. Like, do I want to keep collecting or not? Or it's like they have the love for collecting, but they just get so tired of dealing with certain things that can be stressful, like dealing with, conventions. Convention time can be very stressful when you're worrying about, are you going to be able to get these items that you really have your eyes set on, and also, dealing with other things like sudden drops for figures where you get blindsided and then something sells out in a heartbeat. We know about that with Funko, and we definitely know about that feeling with Funko. And I'm not saying that's something that's unique to Funko. It does happen with some other companies as well, but it's definitely a big thing with Funko where things can drop very suddenly and you don't get that chance to really go after something, and it can be frustrating. And you also have the stress, of course, of dealing with things like flippers. But I will say that again is not a problem that's necessarily unique to Funko, but it definitely stands out a lot if you are a Funko Pop collector. There are certain things that can be stressful. So again, when you're picking up other types of items as well, I think again it keeps you motivated to keep collecting. It can take off some of that stress that you might feel from just focusing on Funko. And I see the stress so much in my comment section, especially when I do Funko news videos, and sometimes even on community posts, I see a lot of people stressing over Funko. And again, I think part of that is just only focusing on Funko, where you could be still having some fun, picking up other things here and there. And I know some people will go out hunting, and if they don't find a Funko Pop they like, they always come home empty handed if they don't see a Funko Pop they like I said. But when I go out, I'm looking at some of everything. Again, anything that looks cool to me, if it's reasonably priced, I'm cool with that. And I do have to address this real quick. I feel that some people feel like, well, they just focus on Funko because of the price, because individual pops aren't that expensive. But we know sometimes pop prices can get up there, especially for things that are vaulted or things that come out in their limited number, so I don't think that it's that you can't afford to collect other things. I think some people are just overlooking other products are out there. Trust me, it is affordable to pick up things from other companies because there's a wide range of prices out there. So again, when you go out and you're hunting, I think it's just more fun to look at some of everything. I mentioned a moment ago that, of course, Funko does not cover everything. They do cover a lot. I mean, you got to give props to Funko because they have a ton of licenses. I don't know if there's another company out there doing collectibles that has as many licenses as Funko. They do so much. That is why I get a little frustrated sometimes when people complain about, well, why hasn't Funko done this? Why haven't they done that? Funko is always working to obtain more licenses, and sometimes it's not up to them. There are people that will not give up the rights for them to do certain characters, or, certain, and, celebrities may not give up the rights for their likeness. So if that's not in Funko's control, give them props. Like I said, they do a lot. And I think if you're patient, you see them do a lot of things. But at the same time, you don't have to just sit around waiting for Funko to do something, because there are some other companies that are doing characters that Funko is not covering. You know, for example, a lot of people say Funko needs to get together with Nintendo. You know, why aren't they doing Nintendo figures? It's because Nintendo is not, you know, doing a deal with Funko. Funko has tried. You know, the CEO has actually come out before and said, you know, you all need to contact Nintendo, let them know we're trying to work with them, you know, but it's on Nintendo. But like I said, you know, instead of just waiting around to see what's going to happen with Funko and Nintendo, there are a lot of cool Nintendo products out there that you could be adding into your collection right now. You don't have to just wait on Pops, which may or may not, you know, look the way that you want them to look anyway. You know, there's no telling, you know, exactly how these Nintendo characters would translate to Funko Pops. Could be a hit, could be amazing, could be a miss as well, because Funko's not perfect. You know, sometimes there are things that just don't turn out the way you expect them to. So, yeah, like I said, you know, you don't have to just wait around. And again, I keep hearing from people, you know, over and over in the comments that there are certain characters they want to see. But I'm going to say again, look around and see what other companies have going on, because you might be able to find something that you would really want to add into your collection, so you don't have to just wait on Funko to see what they are going to do. And that is pretty much my spiel about why I think you should collect more than Funko Pops. There are some other things that I could say, but I think, you know, I put a lot of thought into this, and I think some of those things might be very personal to me. For example, I could say that, you know, when you collect other collectibles, you get to know more collectors. You know, you get to basically expand your community, you know, the collecting community, because it's not just a Funko community in my eyes. I look at it as a community of collectors. And, you know, it has helped me to get to know more people, you know, from them being interested in different things. But that social aspect is not important to everybody. So that's why I'm not going to really say that's one of my points. That is personal to me. And there's some other things that are personal to me, why I go beyond Funko, but I just want to share those main reasons why I think you should consider collecting more than Funko Pops. Definitely want to hear your thoughts about this, and if you are into some other collectibles, I definitely want to hear about that, you know, down in the comments. Let me know, what else are you into, or what else would you like to get into collecting. Definitely look forward to your feedback. If you enjoyed this video, definitely make sure that you drop a like on it. I would very much appreciate that. Definitely more content coming up on the channel soon, so be on the lookout for that, and I will talk to you all again real soon.